Hello, welcome to the Lloydminster Cultural and Science Center Art Studio. We have some virtual programming for you. Today we are going to be making a Father's Day craft. A card for Dad or Grandpa or anyone that you think would appreciate receiving this craft. Open the card up and inside it says, "You rock it being a dad." You can change your message for whoever it is that you're giving this card to. So I will walk you through making this craft. You can make it with me today, walk together, or you can save this video and make it at your leisure. So all we need is some colored cardstock paper, scissors, pencil, a marker, some white glue in a bottle, or a glue stick. I'll start off with showing you how to make the flames for the rocket. So just using a pencil and some light pencil lines, just drawing some sort of curved lines that look like big teeth, sort of curved lines here. The yellow goes on top of the orange like that. So we start out with the yellow and then work out the orange, so curved lines. The yellow has 3 curves here and the orange will have 5. For your craft, you can decide how many flames you want coming out of the bottom of your rocket. And then when you're cutting out your flames, just make sure that you don't cut all the way to the edge of the paper so that you keep it all as one piece. And you can glue the yellow on top of the orange. I'll use some white glue for that. And I'm gluing on top of my pencil lines. So you can take the time to erase your pencil lines if you drew lightly, or you can just glue over your pencil lines and they get hidden nicely. So line those up neatly and nicely over top. And there are the flames for under the rocket when the rocket takes off. Next is the base of the rocket. And that will just go over the flames just like this. So we'll just need a tiny bit of glue on the top of the flames here. We don't want to cover up the flames entirely. There we are. That's the base of the rocket finished. With the flames. So the card itself is just a piece of paper folded in half. And this is the front of the rocket. We'll be gluing on top of the front of the card. And this is also where we'll be gluing all of the extra pieces, the base of the rocket and the sides of the rocket, the fins. So I'll put this aside for just now, and these are the fins. I decided to go with a bit of a different color this time. You can decide what colors you would like if you know the favorite colors of the person that's receiving this card, or if you just want to get creative and decide what colors you'd like. So lay these out and we'll just do a little bit of glue on the back of the fins. Just on the edge, and glue that to the front flap of the card. You still want to make sure the card can open. You don't want to glue the card shut. And do the same thing on the other side. And our rocket is starting to take shape. Line those up, make sure that they're even. And then you can place the flames in on the bottom of the card with a little bit of glue there. Place that down nice and smooth. Make sure it's level and even. And I also like to just make sure that I didn't glue the card shut at this point. So my rocket is starting to take shape, and this is when I will put that sheet that we talked about on top, like that. So a little bit of glue on that cover sheet, all around to the edges and all over the entire sheet of paper. And cover that all the way up from, make sure it's level and straight, and smooth it down. There we are. Again, making sure that your card isn't glued shut. And also when you open your card, make sure you're not bending this fin, this flat fin down. When you're opening your card, you're carefully moving that fin to the other side like that. So now we can do the top of the rocket. So just a bead of glue. Now you don't need to glue the entire way across because we're just doing this. You can also put glue right across the top of the cover sheet like that. And now you have the top of your rocket, so just try to center it there so it's not off balance. I don't have it down very far. I'll flip it over for you so you can see how far down I have that. And I don't have my card glued shut. There we go. That is the rocket, and now I have windows so that when you blast off into space, you can see where you're going. We just need to glue those windows in place. And you can get really creative with these windows. You can make them as big as you'd like or as small as you'd like. You can do several windows. You can just do one window. And you can also draw yourself in the windows. Or if you're making this card for your dad or your grandpa, your papa, whoever you're making this for, you can draw him in the windows as well. Press those down, get those in place. You can also use a black marker once they're in place and trace around the window, and that gives it quite a nice contrast and really makes the windows pop out. Really gives it good visual detail. Got a little bit of glue on my marker, that's okay. I didn't let it dry in time, that's all right. There we go. And then on the inside of the card, again, we write, "You rocket being a dad." I hope you had a fun time making this craft with me. Thank you for joining me, and I hope everyone has a great Father's Day.